What's up? Sean here. I'm going to explain to you why you got this question wrong and how to answer correctly. So here we have this function question. We can always tell because of the underline in the passage. We see that early in the passage, it's describing the dire circumstances that Allied forces were in during World War II. And in the sentence before the underline, we read that Allied forces launched Operation Dynamo, an incredibly complex undertaking that required significant coordination and logistics. Now, in the underlined sentence, we read over 800 vessels were involved in the operation, including destroyers, minesweepers, tugboats, ferries, fishing boats, pleasure crafts, lifeboats, and other small vessels, many of which were owned and operated by civilians. So from this, just from the underlined sentence and the previous sentence, we can tell that the purpose of the underlined question is really to support this part of the previous sentence, which was to demonstrate the coordination and logistics necessary to pull off Operation Dynamo. So we can kind of anticipate some answer about the correct answer supporting a claim in the previous sentence. Now, when we look at the answer choices, we see that A pretty much says this. It offers details that support a claim in the previous sentence. Bravo is incorrect because it says no path of escape. And we see in the last sentence of the passage that the Allies were able to evacuate over 300,000 soldiers from the beaches of Dunkirk. Look at Charlie. It explains the conditions required for the success of Operation Dynamo. Now, the word conditions is a bit too broad for us here because conditions can not just include the logistics, but it can also include things like the weather. In the particular sentence that's underlined, it doesn't explain how any of these particular elements can contribute to the success of the mission. It just tells us what kind of boats were involved. So these words are red flags that tell us that Charlie is wrong. Answer choice Delta, it describes the types of vessels used primarily by Allied forces. But we also see that in the underlined sentence, a lot of these boats were operated by civilians. So civilians are not part of the military, so we cannot choose this answer. So answer has to be A. Got it? Good. Sean out.